right now, Mr. Muni. A little descriptive verse, I believe.
Yes, very shortly we're going to have our information to pass on to everybody about the cake that you're going for a second piece of, for sure. And I think we're also going to have a guest stop by, an old friend of yours. And right now we're going to do some music for you at WNEW. But first of all, I want to talk about something that's coming up Sunday, because I think it's important that you all are aware of it. If you haven't heard about it yet, you should have heard and you should know. So
the WNEW 15th anniversary celebration continues this Sunday night at 8 o'clock. A special broadcast featuring the WNEW staff and music by the Rolling Stones, The Who, The Clash, and much more of the music from some of the groups that helped build the radio station where rock lives. And you can see this radio special. The picture will be on Channel 5, WNEW TV. The sound on 102.7 WNEW this Sunday night at 8.
Now, Club Calendar.
What's happening in the area's hottest clubs?
The Left Bank in Mount Vernon moves tonight with the famous Left Bank Dance Stand, and it's still just $1. Friday night rocks hard with the one and only Edgar Winter at Westchester's Rock and Roll Fortress, the Left Bank in Mount Vernon.
The Stanhope House in Stanhope, New Jersey presents tonight the New Riders of the Purple Sage. Saturday night, catch Willie Dixon and the Chicago Blues All-Stars. But tonight kicks with the New Riders of the Purple Sage at the Stanhope House.
The partying continues at Tattoos on Route 17 North in Upper Saddle River tonight with candy and with the features on Friday. Plus dollar drinks from 9 to 10 every night at Tattoos, Route 17 North in Upper Saddle River, New Jersey.
Rockaway in easy-to-reach Rockaway Beach presents Rat Race Choir tonight, playing a special concert set of Led Zeppelin, and everyone drinks free till 10:30. Friday, LA Woman, and Saturday, the New Riders of the Purple Sage. Rockaway is rock and roll.
you know where to go for great rock and roll with the Outcues Club Calendar on WNEW.
To the point where I'm no fun anymore. I am sorry. Sometimes it hurts so badly I must cry out loud. I am lonely. I am yours. You are mine. You are what you are. You make it hard. Remember what we've said and done and felt about each other. Babe, have mercy. Don't let the past remind us of what we are not now. I am not grieving. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard. Tearing yourself away from me now, you are free, and I am crying. This does not mean I don't love you, I do, that's forever, yes, that's for always. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard. Something inside is telling me that I've got your secret. Are you still listening? Here is the lock and laughter, the key to your heart. And I love you. I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard. have you got to lose? Tuesday morning, please be gone, I'm tired of you. What have you got to lose?
Cannot tell it like it is. Listen to me, baby. It's my heart that's spoken, it's a lie, and that's what I have to do.
I've got an answer. I'm going to fly away. What have I got to lose? Will you come see me Thursdays and Saturdays? Hey, 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 what have you got to lose? Chestnut brown canary, ruby-throated sparrow, sing the song, don't be long, thrill me to the marrow. Voices of the angel ring around the moonlight, asking me, say she's so free, how can you catch the sparrow? Lacy lilting lyric, losing love lamenting. Change my life, make it right, be my lady.
Let it
It's going to be in the new album from Rod Stewart, Absolutely Live. Nice song that has not been done by Rod before. Some of the others, of course, will be familiar, but live. Guess I'll Always Love You. CSNN, the troops doing the old Judy Blue Eyes. Just one of those things that hangs in there. 20 minutes after 3, Scatso here at NEWFM, and our T-shirts are out there.
Public reaction continues to pour in on the NEWFM 15th anniversary T-shirt.
They're getting so elaborate.
I must say, it's a great courage. I thought we had discussed this.
Get out of here! Don't you see what it's doing? It's bringing families together. A mother of 42 and a daughter of 16 are talking for the first time.
Wow, reality, what a concept.
A $6 check or money order payable to United Cerebral Palsy gets you an NEWFM 15th anniversary T-shirt in small, medium, large, or extra large. In basic black, the NEWFM logo is on front and back, and we also put one on the sleeve. Send your $6 check or money order to United Cerebral Palsy, NEWFM T-shirt, 105 Madison Avenue, New York, New York, 10016.
At Macy's, the ticket is savings during our pre-election day sale. It's your choice for savings on fashion, housewares, bedding, rugs, furniture, electronics, and more. You'll save 33 to 50% on every Oriental design, Indian, and genuine Chinese rug, all stores except Flatbush. Plus stereos from Pioneer, Sanyo, Odyssey 2 video games, Olympia typewriters, and more. At Macy's, the ticket is savings during our pre-election day sale going on now.
We're Macy's. We're a part of your life.
It started with the Wright brothers.
Wilbur, what the world needs is a fast, simple, inexpensive way of getting from one place to another.
Orville, you're right.
Wilbur, you're right. Let's invent a flying chariot.
Orville, you're right. We'll call it the airplane.
Wilbur, you're right.
No, you're right.
After the airplane, man invented the airline.
Flying from one place to another is too simple.
Okay, let's complicate prices.
Too simple.
Let's create ticket counters with long lines.
Too simple.
And let's invent a new kind of nourishment. We'll call it airline food.
Still too simple.
Then came People Express Airlines.
What the world needs is a fast, simple, inexpensive way of getting from one place to another.
Okay, let's get rid of ticket counters.
Let's eliminate complicated prices.
And keep them low.
Let's leave plenty of room for carry-on luggage.
And let's get rid of airline food.
And
People Express. They made flying what it was meant to be in the first place. Simple.
People Express flies nonstop to Norfolk for just $19 every seat, every flight. Concerts, where they are, let's go. Let's check out the concert scene for you right now.
Welcome to Concert Happenings. I'm Richard Neer at the Meadowlands Arena on the 6th of November. Jefferson Starship and 38 Special. Capitol Theater on the 13th. Peter Gabriel. Nassau Coliseum on November 24th. Squeeze and English Beat. At the Garden on the 2nd of December. Rush. Radio City Music Hall 4th through the 9th. Linda Ronstadt. At the Palladium on the 19th and 20th. Devo. 24th. Pat Metheny. 26th and 27th. Peter Gabriel. Westchester County Center. Utopia on the 5th. At Roseland on the 16th. Adam Ant. English Beat will be in on the 23rd. At the Beacon Theater on the 13th, Missing Persons. Felt Form on the 11th, the Jerry Garcia Band. At the Ritz on Friday and Saturday, Yaz at the Bottom Line. On Thursday night, Larry Coryell and Michael Urbaniak. On Friday, Mamas and Papas. Saturday, Psychic Cabaret. And Sunday, a Prisoners of Rock and Roll Halloween Party featuring Robinson's Mysteries, Tom Nielsen, and the Parker Brothers Band. The NEWFM Concert Happenings hotline number, in case you missed anything, 697-7997.
Okay, we're up to date on the concert scene and all that sort of thing. Speaking of concerts, in our studio right now, our guest, Eddie Money. Hello, Eddie.
Hi, Scott. It's great to be here, really.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, and you know you're always welcome here.
Well, thank you. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to sound like a groupie or something. It's like meeting Babe Ruth or something. You do the Joe DiMaggio, but like Scott Muni, I mean, you were around when I was just a little baby boy, and it's a pleasure. The kids don't know how famous you are, Scott. You know, we got to give them a break once in a while. This is Scott Muni gang. You know, he's been around for a long time.
Our audience knows that the professor is the professor. That I give them lessons here on where the music came from and all. I guess they gave me that. I didn't really get a mortar board or anything yet, but
that's because you get all your records for nothing.
Well, listen, the records now, there aren't as many records. as there were 5 years ago. There aren't as many groups. I mean, in record form, there's plenty.
You're scaring me,
No, there isn't. That's all. I mean, they just businesses where they don't have as many. But one of the things that used to happen is, as you know, like 5 years ago, people would just say, "Okay, we'll sign everybody," and if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't.
Right.
And they don't do that anymore. So it's a little different.
That's when I used to get limos from CBS. I remember.
Oh, everybody.
The good years.
Wait, you get limos. The employees had limos.
Now I settle for a station wagon from Avis. I'm happy.
Hey, last night, Ritz, how'd it go? Sold out, I know that.
It sold out. I can't believe it because New York, I'm from New York, and I can remember seeing the Cream at the Cafe Go-Go or like the Rascals at a high school. To get 3 encores in New York City with the kids, especially the guys, as fussy as they are, I mean, I was glowing. I mean, to come back to my hometown and go over as well as we did, I mean, I was very proud of the boys, not of myself. The boys did a good job, and I held them up a little bit,
Now, this tour that's brought you here, are you midway or are you...
Well, it's kind of like I've got that holiday feeling, The best surprise is no surprise. I've been on the road since June, and I work, but Bill Graham is my manager, and he just finished doing the Rolling Stones, and I think we're going to be out here for a while. But, I love it. It's great. I had a bad accident, and I wasn't around for a couple of years, and it's just really great to get the response that I've been getting off the No Control album, and just having my fans dig the new record is just it's like Christmas, It's like every day's Christmas. It's great.
You want to talk about the accident?
No.
Okay. No, the reason I asked.
Well, you asked.
A lot of people, and I'm
read
sure,
Rolling Stone 5 issues back. You get it.
I know. No, I know it was touch and go a long time there.
Well, that's what happens when you open up the Rolling Stones and Fleetwood Mac and Tom Petty, and all of a sudden you've got a Mercedes-Benz and a house with a swimming pool, and you don't live in Oakland anymore. You live in a rich community, and you miss your friends and taking out your cat that's been beat up 150 times in the garbage. I kind of miss the city. And I don't think that High Cliffs neighborhood was too good for me. I don't like being that rich. Now that I had the accident, I'm broke again. I'm happy. I'm a blues singer, right? I like to cry.
Our guest is Eddie Money here on WNEW, and you're about to hear we're going to do a couple of things here, but first we're going to do some music from Eddie's album. Okay, just to take care of a little bit of music there, and some more of that coming up too. I guess I don't have to ask you a stupid question like, how much do you like recording? Is there something new coming? Because I know you're prolific. You're not one of these guys say, well, we haven't had a Money album in 3 years or 4 years or something.
Yeah, I can believe that. I tell you, there's a lot of... I'll tell you the truth, Scott, the best music these days that I've found are the people that are friends of mine, and I go to all these local gigs all over the country, no matter what town I'm in, whether it be North Dakota or Chicago. And the best groups are the kids that aren't signed yet. And because the economy's so terrible, it's a tragedy that a lot of these new groups are not signed, because I find that the best material is material that nobody picks up on. Like I wrote Think I'm in Love with a local boy from San Francisco that hadn't been signed. And I think it was a hit record, and he wrote most of it. I just stole what he let me get away with, you know?
Well, that is true, and we were talking about what was around before, and of course the unfortunate thing about it is that many of these people are not going to become known, either as writers or performers, and whereas 10 years ago the field was pretty open. You had a shot. Maybe you don't make it at first, but sooner or later.
Even 10 years ago, Scott, I didn't think. I really feel the same way that these young cats coming up are thinking. I really feel like, you have to believe that there is a shot. You have to feel that you're special. You have to feel that you can get through a CBS Records or a Bill Graham or a videotape, and just, you got to throw your guts on the line. You got to bleed. And when you bleed, nothing's going to stop anybody. I'm talking to a lot of young musicians out there. I've made it. I'm very fortunate. But look, don't go back to college. Keep playing the clubs.
Yeah, I guess you're... the other thing is, we do a thing here, and we give a play or two a week to unknown groups, and we call them prisoners. They don't have record contracts. They're local groups, and they are playing gigs and doing things, and we call it the Prisoners of Rock. They are prisoners because they are in basements and in garages and so forth, practicing and working their hearts out and playing it. And so they send us cassettes, and then we have a time here at NEWFM where we play them. Yeah. We get a clearance to make sure, of course, that everything's copyrighted and everything, so that no one plays any hooky-dooky with that.
I'm really surprised that the Japanese lost the war, because when it comes to making equipment for groups to record on, like a decent Sony 4-track or something like that, which is like a real compliment to an artist that can really contribute and help them out a lot. On one hand, these people can help you, and on the other hand, they're selling tape decks to kids, and instead of buying your record, they're taping it. Yeah. But I can't really bitch about it, because when I was young, the tape decks didn't have cassettes, but I used to tape everything for nothing anyway. I've been a thief since I'm a kid,
Well, I think people automatically do that. That's part of it. That's not all of it. I think, too, that I'm not sure that there are that many people who will go home and get into their room and for 45 minutes listen to one artist anymore. I mean, I think, if they're really a fan and it's something new, they'll do that. But I think there's so many distractions now. There's so many other things going on.
Yeah, like your parents.
Yeah, or your old lady. Right. Or the old man, in whichever case it happens to be. That's definitely distraction.
Girls, we understand.
Roommates, yeah. Bunkies and all that. And the video, the picture things around, and people are into pictures, too, and all that sort of thing. So, I don't know. One thing about it, music will always be there, and it's just a question of where you level off. I think maybe one of the benefits will be that people will no longer put out an album saying, I got 2 good songs and I'll just fill with the other 7.
I don't do things like that.
No, but I mean, there was a time in history when, hey, we got to have an album. Okay, let's just whip something.
Sounds like an old James Brown tune. There was a time, I hear you, Scott.
Eddie Money's our guest. We're at NEWFM. This is in his album.
like I mean something to you. So let me go. Please, please don't let me go. So take a little bit of my love and hold it. Hold see money when the nights are long. Take a little bit, I don't wanna wait. Take a little bit of my love and hold it. Take it, take it, take it. Oh. Take a little bit of my love and hold it. Hold me. Life's so precious.
It's NEWFM and Eddie Money from his album, and Eddie Money in our studios. Right here, 22 minutes before 4 o'clock. Nice weather today, one of those beauties.
Beautiful.
Great one. And tonight, you were liable to be in a fog, though, because there's going to be some ground fog around in the 40s. Probably you will be in a fog tomorrow. Sunny, breezy, cooler, and nice. I mean, cooler along the shore, but just a nice day again tomorrow, high around 70. And right now, we're at 67. What did you say, 67? Well, then why would you want to go to Chicago?
100,000-mile choirs choose United? Songwriter Sammy Kahn.
My kind of town Chicago is, and my kind of airline United is. Nobody serves the Windy City like United. They're scheduled to Chicago, and their connections out of Chicago are like a pocket full of miracles.
United flies non-stop to Chicago from all 3 New York airports. We've got 14 non-stops every day, and the most wide bodies going.
United Airlines and Sammy Kahn go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, the businessman who flies the friendly skies, he always flies United Airlines.
People who fly for a living fly United's friendly skies.
Tuesday, 9:02 a.m. I was working the day watch out of purchasing when the call came. It was the boss. Wants me to find a contractor for a big job in Queens. I used my connections. New York County business-to-business yellow pages. Found contractor fast.
The New York County business-to-business yellow pages is the fastest way to find all the suppliers, manufacturers, and wholesalers in New York.
11:45 a.m. Boss calls back. Says great job on Queens contractor. Now wants me to find supplier who can deliver in 24 hours. Once again, turn to business yellow pages. 3:10 p.m. Boss calls again. Says he's recommending me for raise. Smart move.
New York County business-to-business yellow pages. Use yours to put a dragnet out on your most wanted business contacts.
5:47 p.m. Work done.
You see, it all started when I bought this shirt.
Tell me about it.
It's a La Tigra shirt, Doctor, and the moment I put it on, women follow me.
Go on.
Pretty soon, they're chasing me, screaming like animals, trying to tear the shirt off my back. Well, please, Doctor, why are these strange things happening to me?
There's nothing strange about it. That color picks up the green in your eyes.
Doctor.
And that tiger is such a cute little animal.
Hey, that tickles.
I think you need extensive treatment. Move over.
Hold that tiger! Hold that tiger! Hold that tiger!
You can get a hold of the Tiger at all Ben Hill stores, where there's a great selection of color-coordinated sportswear. Famous La Tigra label. You'll find drawstring corduroys, rugby shirts, crew neck sweaters, all perfect for the beautiful fall weekends ahead. There are 26 Ben Hill stores throughout New York and New Jersey, and they welcome the American Express card. And speaking of people with no control and all that, that's the album title. Speaking of people with no control, he's here, Eddie Money. No, you get lots of control. Well, not necessarily. I don't think...
It depends on how you look at it. If you're my mother, you'll say I smoke too much, you know. If you're in the business, you'll say, well...
she probably says you do a lot of other things too much, too. All kinds of things in excess.
We've stopped all that. I do straight shows these days. Like Dragnet, you know.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, sure you do. No, I think that people who are associated in any way, shape, or form with this type of business have to have a little something extraordinary and not be too straight, because if you are...
Do you mind if I lay down on the couch while you're talking to me, Scott?
Good luck in your next...
Take your pad and pencil out. I'm ready to talk.
How was TV? You were on...
Well, I'll tell you, we did MTV, we did Shakin' and Think I'm in Love, and it's so great to, a lot of my tunes are very picturesque anyway, like Two Tickets to Paradise, Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star. I think a lot of young people can really realize that they could be that, or they could go there. And to have like something like an MTV and do like a Shakin' or I Think I'm in Love, and like I'm Thinking in Love, I turn into a Dracula, and attack this beautiful virgin in bed. I mean, you can't have more fun than that. Or Shakin' to be in a car with a beautiful woman. It's like an extension of what you wrote, and like TV is really great. I mean, I love radio, but I love television too, and like to have MTV is a really great asset to a young man's career.
What do, okay, let me ask you something. When you do one of those films, let's say on one song and all that, what does that cost?
I just charge it to CBS. I don't know.
I've heard they range as high as $50,000 just for 3 minutes.
It gets pretty high, and it gets really crazy, especially when they say, we don't want to spend any more money and you're not done. That's when it gets really nuts, God, since you quit smoking, Scott, it sounds like I sound like you and you sound like me before my gig.
I tell you what, nothing goes away. I still would rather smoke than not. I got to tell you that's for sure. I just had to cut it down because.
Come on, gang, we're proud of him. Scott is trying to quit smoking.
I was doing 3 packs and sometimes more, at least 3.
Do you need a chest X-ray? I've got a brother-in-law in the business.
No, I didn't need one. I go off enough. Didn't have to have anybody take a picture.
Well, gang, I want to tell you, WNEW is in good shape and Scott's looking good.
And you're looking great. And you need a little bit of help sometimes?
Not really. Occasionally, I messed up my leg really bad. I mean, I came to the conclusion that you don't have to really be rich and famous to get drunk and drive your car over a bridge. It's very easy for anybody out there that loves rock and roll and FM radio to blow it. I think the album No Control really says this, hey, it's a great album, but it's an album about also learning, unfortunately, from my mistakes. And I use a cane occasionally off work because it's really good at kicking poodles out of your way.
Hey, not bad, too, for the muggos. You might want to do a little mug here, folks. I got a present for you. Zap, and then the cane opens up, and out comes a 75-millimeter howitzer or something. No, they do have all these crazy new weapons that are like a guy walking along with a cane, and they're decoys. So when they figure, okay, here's a crippled guy, will grab his money, and he picks up the cane, and it's a 45.
Well, that's amazing. Ever since I had this accident, Rolling Stone has been good to me. I guess I can't pick on kids that are down and out, But don't let it happen to you, gang. I mean, have a little control. The name of the album is No Control, but it's just, it's a warning sign. I mean, it's tough to lose friends like John Belushi or the guitar player in the Pretenders. I mean, it's sick that all these beautiful people that have so much talent aren't around. And I'm lucky to be here, and I thank God that I am, because I'm glad you guys like the music. It's a lot of fun to do.
Something about John, because it wasn't long before all that happened that we'd gone to the fights down Madison Square Garden together. He was a great fight fan,
Oh, God.
And we had a little party afterwards. He had a little pub downtown. Well, it wasn't an open to the public type thing, but he bought a pub just to hang out in, down in an old district. It's all closed and everything. Had a little party, and he really wasn't into anything bad at that time. But pressures and all these other things, and you get crazy out there, and maybe something. He was worried about his weight.
When I work, I always work straight, but then I get home and break up with my girlfriend, and like my friends, I owe everybody money, and they go, "Oh, hey, now you're a rock star. You're too good for us." I'm going, "Hey, wait a minute, guys. What are you talking about?" And the next thing you know, you get really loaded and fall asleep on your leg, and you're looking at a coma on the deep fry list for 3 weeks. And I mean, what's really embarrassing is like my father, who was patrolman of the year in 1968, when I practically got thrown off the police department. I quit before they fired me, so to speak. I don't think my father said they'd never fire me, but all of a sudden he was really proud of me because I wrote 2 Tickets to Paradise and Baby Hold On, and all of a sudden in Rolling Stone magazine, his son is, it's all over print that his son had a drug overdose. And, my father is a New York boy. He's an Irish Catholic guy, and he loves me. I think he loves the other kids in the family more. I could be wrong, but it was tough for him. And when you realize that when you hurt yourself, you're also hurting people like... I got good friends at CBS Records that have been close to me, and Bill Graham, and my parents, and my girlfriend. And when you mess up, you do more than hurt yourself. You bring a lot of people with you that you don't want to bring. And then when you come back, you realize how many people you hurt, and you realize how important life really is.
Well, I think that's pretty well put. It's
God, I sound so philosophical. For
it's easier to say after the fact because you couldn't.
I told you not to bring up the accident, for Christ's sakes.
No, you wouldn't have been able to say that 2 years ago because nothing had happened to make you say that.
I was too high.
Eddie, you got now. We're going to kick the past out, and we're going to take a quick peek ahead now to your plans. What's ahead? I mean, next album project, after the tour, you're going to do some more writing. What? Tell me.
Well, actually, I've been working with Tom Dowd, who's worked with Rod Stewart and Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, Marshall Tucker, Leonard Skinner, everybody.
Name it.
I thought it was a jinx, though, because everybody he worked with died outside of me and Rod. But he's a real sweetheart. And it's a pleasure to work with somebody that's a real pro. And we have actually a lot of cuts. I mean, how many guys do you know that put 11 songs on an album? The only reason I put 11 songs on No Control is because the songs were good. And they ran out of vinyl. I didn't run out of tunes. So I've got a couple of tunes from No Control, but a lot of people really like the Eddie Money Band live because I play it very close to the cuff. I mean, when I make records, there's very little overdubs. I make records like I'm going to do it live because to me, it's just licorice pizza is what I call records. You know, you can't eat it, but you can play it. You know, and it's important to me to like capture that whole mood of a live audience. And I'm going to be putting an album out called The Vault, and it's going to have like 2 tickets live, Can't Keep a Good Man Down live, Trinidad live, and then some other cuts I might put on a live shaking. I just want, I like the kids to see what's important to me, and it's not really making records with money. It's the reaction that I get off the people out there that might come down and see my show. Even if they dig it in for nothing, I don't care. It's just to do the show is the most important thing. It's not the money you get for the show. It's getting up there and looking cute and checking out the chicks and singing good.
I know one thing I can say. When Eddie came in the studio this afternoon, he was about 3 feet off the ground and was still so high, natural high from last night at the Ritz. The sellout crowd in 3 encores. He just blurted it out, and he was just still so happy. And, you know, people don't really understand that maybe that happened to an artist. So that's why I wanted to back up you folks who were there last night. He's still real happy.
I would like to thank everybody for coming, and whoever didn't get in, I'm doing a free show in the middle of the summer at Central Park, and sit in the trees, get in for nothing, because I hate playing where people have to pay to get in. I wish we were a communist nation for some reason, just so everybody could see it for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But I hate those picos.
That may not be the answer to be that way, but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
I say solidarity, bring it back. You know?
The only thing is about, well, I guess, you know, if there's going to be a concert next year in the park, we're going to be telling everybody about it, so we'll get together with that and everything. It is great to do that. The other thing is that everyone here now knows that those free concerts in the park, and there have been a number of them through the years, are not free. There has to be somebody behind it. Okay, in the past,
you got to drink Dr.
record
Pepper,
companies and all kinds of other things, because all kinds of other people. I mean, the jeans people and everything else. Because the stage alone on one of those gigs was $65,000. That is a heavy price just for the stage.
I'll tell you.
And so you know that it's
it costs a lot of money to rock these days, Scott. You know as well as I do.
Well,
maybe we should play a commercial. Make some money.
We're going to get to that. What I want to do right now, though, is we're going to do some music. As a matter of fact.
Well, that's even better than commercials. You know that.
Let's get. And I have no control over this album.
It's a feeling, burning like a love on fire. makes me do all the things I do for you. Mama, mommy, thinking about you now. And I don't know if I'll make it through the night.